Welcome back to From the Clubhouse. This past weekend, the Cape Cobras literally took cricket to the streets. They were part of the Open Streets initiative in Bellville, and Morne Esben was there and he filed this report.
Winning in cricket is all about building partnerships. The Cobras partnered with the Open Streets Cape Town projects to provide a fun way for family to enjoy a game of street cricket in Voortrekker Road, Bellville last Sunday. Open Streets Cape Town believes that street cricket can play an important part in getting families and communities to take to the streets.
It's amazing. You know, last Open Streets Day in Langa, we had so many people playing street cricket. And the universe enabled my colleague to speak to Umpile, the captain of the Cobras, one day, and then they found a way to bring the Cobras to Open Streets in Bellville. So it was really, there was fertile ground in the sense that people really love street cricket in the city, and that, you know, the timing was right, and so it worked.
The day, though, was all about playing and having fun, and Cobra's four-day captain Umpile Ramela believes that having fun is an important part of developing the game at grassroots level.
100%. That's where the game belongs. The game belongs with the community. It belongs in the streets. It started there, and I think it's important that we connect with the people. You know, and I think too often there's often a disconnection with professional athletes and their own communities, and I think we're really trying to recreate that interaction with our own communities. Bellville being, I think it's the first time the Cobras have come to the northern suburbs as a group, you know, and I think it's also gonna increase our support in probably all competitions, and I think it's a really great initiative. It's fun, and you don't only have to play cricket while you're here. You can play soccer, you can set up your own station and play old games, you know. So it's really just about people connecting, using the streets in a really safe way, and yeah, so I think it's a fantastic initiative.
Ramela also had some words on how having fun was a big part of preparing for the four-day season, which kicks off over the next few weeks.
Well, I think so far I'm not looking too far ahead. I think I'm focusing on our game that's coming up in Johannesburg next week. And I think as well, our first home game is on the 16th, so it'd be fantastic for us to have a full house on our first game. So I'm not looking too far ahead. I think I will prepare in the same way I've prepared in the previous seasons, making sure that you do the training behind the scenes and putting the performances on the field.
I think it's not something new. I think it's we're always taking it back, and I think it's where we all started playing cricket, and summer's arriving. It's pity the sun's not out today yet, but for us, cricket season is here upon us, and what better way to start than playing street cricket.
Cobras players Dane Patterson, Dane Pete and Stian van Sail joined their captain in emphasising how important street cricket is in the developmental phases of any budding cricketer and in building communities.
No, I've actually started playing since the age of 4. We got a park opposite our house, so we used to play there, and a couple of windows that was broken also, so yeah.
Ek weet nie lekker eintlik wat die aangaan wat jy sê, ja, as jy ons in die straat en Voortrekker weg. Dis waar ek ook my cricket so toe ek nou jong was begin speel het. Ja, maar is lekker om so op 'n Sondag 'n bietjie terug te gee vir al ons supporters, en ek dink dis 'n goeie inisiatief wat die mense begin het.
Yeah, I've started playing when I don't even know, I think I was 3 or 4 years old, and I grew up in North Pine. It was a massive thing for us. It was an integral part of our growth of cricket. It was difficult conditions with a one-side ball that was taped and the others not, so it used to swing a lot, much more than a red and white ball does now. So it was always a part. Putt cricket was a massive thing with a municipal bin in the middle of the road, and then after that, used to play football and also in the same venue. So it's an integral part of my love for the game, and it all started there. It's great to see it's still around now. I'm trying to obviously grow, to get the boys and girls away from the Xboxes and the PlayStations and get out there and play.
It's not every cricketer, though, that gets to enjoy this iconic Cape Town pastime growing up. Cobra's new young signing, Tsepo Moreki, missed out while growing up in KZN, but was like a kid in a candy store when he was finally introduced to street cricket.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to, but I would have loved to have done it. It's great fun. Everyone has a good time, and it's just a nice way to get introduced to the game of cricket.
Ultimately, though, the day was part of a bigger strategy by the Western Cape Cricket Association and the Cobras to become more involved in our communities and brand building, as WPCA CEO Nabil Deen explains.
We want to have a little slogan for the season coming back, giving back. Okay, and giving back means these kinds of initiatives, but also if there's education initiatives, we'd like to be part of that, and we will plan those things going forward, as well as social upliftment, taking our Cobras to go and take initiatives like little soup kitchens and that type of thing. We're talking about it, and we will have something that we will roll out for the season.
I'm Orne Esben from Voortrekker Road in Bellville.
Hi, I'm Paul Adams, Cape Cobras coach, and you're watching from the Clubhouse.
The 2015-2016 cricket season unofficially kicked off this past weekend with some T20 fixtures. Unfortunately, the weather didn't always play its part. Gavin Arends was at Edgemead Cricket Club and he filed this report.
This past weekend saw the start of the Under-20 round-robin matches. Gavin Arends brings us the action, or lack thereof, from the Edgemead Cricket Club.
It's our first time out for the season and the weather gods are not coming to the party. Or maybe that's just a sting in the tail, because all these clubs today standing behind us are sharing the points, making it for a very exciting rest of the T20 season. I'm Gavin Arends at the Edgemead Cricket Club. I caught up with all the captains today, asking them about their team setup for today, also how excited the players were, and a little bit about their pre-season training. One team in particular have a big name Proteas signed for this season. Let's find out who it is.
Om eerlik te sê, ek is nie te impressed nie. Obviously, ons het nou baie voorbereiding ingesit. En obviously, dis wat almal droom om te doen. Ons almal word wakker om cricket te speel en nou word jy wakker en dit lyk so. So dis nou nie die beste gevoel vir ons nie. Maar in elk geval, dis nog 'n dag. Cricket happens, it happens, and if not, ons môre nog 'n dag ons kan weer speel.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, for the start of the season, bit disappointing. Everybody's ready to go. Start of the T20, but the weather gods played their part and made sure our first game was rained out this morning, sadly.
Obviously not. I mean, we've been doing quite a lot of pre-season, and the guys are, rearing, ready to go. Obviously, it's not nice to start the season in this way, just sitting around and nothing to do really. So it's unfortunately one of the things that comes with cricket. You just got to be patient, and you have to just let the conditions be what they are.
Yeah, we're slightly disappointed here. Everyone's looking forward to the season getting underway, but yeah, not in our control. It's a difficult one, I suppose. I mean, we were supposed to play Milnerton. They're newly promoted, so they was obviously coming with a little bit of excitement, and they themselves are looking forward to it. But we ourselves, we've done our preparations, and we'd have sort of easier pick to play against a promoted team than maybe a seasoned campaigner in the 1B.
Ek moet eerlik sê dat ek sal nie omgee as die game uitgereën is nie of cancel is oor die kondisies nie, net omdat ek wil nie eintlik spelers risk met beserings en ouens wat gly. Die seisoen is nog lank, ons nog eers 'n game gespeel nie. So dit is redelik moeilik om jy begin, jy verloor 2 spelers en dan is dit 'n lang seisoen van daar af.
Gavin also asked the umpires about how the conditions and concern for the safety of the players influenced the decision to call off the day's play.
Yes sir, that is the main reason, but also we arrived at the field this morning and there were no covers on the pitch, on the A field and the B, and we as umpires, we took a joint decision that the first games for the morning would be called off due to non-covers on the pitch today.
It's such a pity that there's no play possible today. I spoke to Milnerton star player Robbie van Harte to get a player's perspective on why he agrees that it's not a good time today, or not a good day at all, to be playing on the pitch here at Edgemead Cricket Club.
What's new, we got a good few players in from the surrounding clubs, and we grooming our youngsters, lots of youngsters coming through, so definitely new faces, new enthusiasm, younger side, and excited to get the youngsters on the park.
Well, ons het vir Derek Brand teruggekry. Hy oud Cobra speler, teruggekom van Hermanus af. Dan Darren Lee Dolman Hy het ook by Hermanus gespeel laaste seisoen. Hy is ook terug hierdie seisoen by ons. En ja, dis dit. Dis die enigste wat terug is sover. Ja, en die rest van die ouens het almal gebly.
Actually, with Monison coming up from the 1C, the committee's done well in recruiting a few young players and a couple of the older guys back from other clubs. So they've extended the premium squad to at least 16 players, and plus the seconds are playing in the Reserve A League. So, the squad strength and depth is crucial for a successful season.
Yeah, we've got a few reasons to smile here. We've got a few players that's rejoined us. Luke Peterson, Imtiaz Groenewald and Saeed Najjar, and coupled with a few youngsters. But the main acquisition for us this year has been Wayne Parnell, which is invaluable what he's going to bring to the club. Seems quite excited and wants to put a lot back into the community, so we're looking forward to that. Preparation's been good. We've acquired a new home ground, so there's a lot of excitement around the club and the players, so we're looking forward to the season.
With no results after the first weekend of our 20 matches, it makes for an intriguing last round to determine who will qualify for the playoffs.
Hi, I'm Deen Piet, Cape Cobras and Proteas spin bowler. You're watching from the Clubhouse.
Welcome back to From the Clubhouse as we count down the hours to the start of the new season. It did start with T20s last weekend, but this weekend is business because we start with the two-day fixtures. But before we get to looking at fixtures later on in the show, we've got a very special guest with us. Western Province, synonymous with developing talent. We've seen many players come through Newlands and the Nets and all the development structures and go on to higher honours with the Cobras as well as the Proteas. And tonight we've got another young gentleman who's certainly on his way to possibly reaching the top as well. I'm talking about none other than Emmanuel Sebarami. Emmanuel, welcome to From the Clubhouse and thanks for taking time to join us.
Thank you.
Emmanuel Sebarami, a lot of people haven't heard that name yet. They're probably going to hear it a lot in the future. Who is Emmanuel Sebarami?
I'm 19 years old. I'm a right-handed off-spinner and I represent Western Province. I attend UWC and I'm currently studying economics.
How long have you been playing cricket, Emmanuel?
So I've been playing cricket since the age of 13 years.
So it's certainly been sort of a rapid rise to the top, if I can put it that way, because just looking at your shirt as well, Western Province Cricket Men 2014, not a lot of people can say that.
Yeah, I've worked hard over the years and through hard work I've achieved most of my goals.
Clinton, you know Emmanuel a bit better than a lot of people out there. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, no, Emmanuel, better known Emmanuel King, so he called himself Emmanuel King Sebarami. So what? I mean, Manny's got a journey, he's got a story to tell, which started way back before he started playing cricket in South Africa. So I'm not going to steal his moment. So Manny, if you can just brief us all on where this all started for you, how you got into cricket and your journey from where you were.
Oh, okay, thank you. Well, it all started back where I was born in DRC. I was born in a refugee camp because my parents fled Rwanda during the 1994 genocide, and from there we walked through many countries to get here to South Africa, and that's where I started playing the game. I started playing in the streets with my friends. From there I went to the club, and yeah, it's just been amazing.
So during your walk, did you ever consider or did it ever cross your mind that you'll be playing cricket, that you at some stage will represent some provincial team or even a national team at that age?
No, definitely not. At that age, as a youngster, you're thinking about just playing in the road, spending time with your friends and family, and thinking that in the future it'll work. So it's been quite a surprise to me that, that I'm playing provincial cricket and that I'm doing so well.
So once you got to South Africa, you started playing cricket at Peninsula Cricket Club, if I'm not mistaken, after playing in the street with other friends. So your journey from Peninsula Cricket Club, where did that journey take you?
Playing for Peninsula Cricket Club, I've learned so much. They actually made me who I am now, and I'm very thankful for them, like for giving their time and putting effort into my cricket. Yeah, from there I went on to represent Western Province at under 17s and under 19s, and then here I am today, playing in the amateurs team.
So he's basically in the first class side at the moment, Brandon, and his rise from Peninsula Cricket Club and his decision to play cricket has taken him on a few journeys, and it's an interesting story because what he didn't mention, he's probably quite modest about it, is that he also got selected for the SA under 19 side or the SA under 19 cult side during that time as well. And I mean, somebody who doesn't want to mention that, he must be a very modest guy and want us to maybe touch on it. But it's very important that the journey that he's been on and the stories he's been telling, and now today he's playing semi-pro cricket. I mean, what a journey for someone who's with a story like that, from where he has to walk from another country to come and represent and find the cricketing fields in South Africa.
Mm-hmm. And you're obviously in good hands here at Western Province, and I'll get to your goals and aspirations a bit later. But you draw lots of comparisons. Obviously not maybe the walk from Rwanda and fleeing the genocide, but you were a spinner. You started playing cricket in the streets and then went into formal structures, and you've had a rapid rise to the top, and obviously there's lots of people talking about it. And it reminds me about the franchise coach here as well, Paul Adams. Also, Paul's started playing cricket with his brothers in the yard and whatever. He also had that rapid rise. He went to Plumstead High School, and then, before he wiped his eyes out, he was playing for South Africa. So do you have lots of interaction with someone like him that's got that wealth of experience?
Yes, me and Paul Adams do talk on a consistent level. Like, he helps me also with my bowling. I've been bowling the winter. Yeah, because coming from schoolboy cricket into semi-pro cricket, it's a big change. So I need to get used to keeping my shape and bowling good lines.
And also there's quite a couple of spinners as well coming through here that have gone into irons. If you look at Dane Pitt, he's one of them coming through, so there's someone you could obviously look up to. There's Geef Linde as well, and these are all guys that probably they share information with you as well.
Yes, definitely. We have a good friendship going ever since I started. They've been very helpful with me, like in terms of my bowling, and giving me good advice as well, and how to how to have a proper mindset when it comes to game times and how to deal with pressure as well.
Now, lots of players, obviously, they have an idol and a hero that they look up to and someone they model themselves on. In terms of cricketers out there, possibly spin bowlers as well, who do you look up to and sort of want to model yourself on?
Yeah, I've looked at Murali for a while. He has such a unique action, and he puts good revs on the ball and turns the ball a mile. So, yeah, that's basically what I always wanted to do.
Clinton, and from a association point of view as well, the support is there for Emmanuel as well?
Yeah, no, definitely he's got the support, and if you look at the current structure that has been implemented by Cricket South Africa, there's a bridge between schoolboy cricket, club cricket and the semi-pro, which is the academy, and there's 4 identified players in the academy, of which Emmanuel is one of them. And lo and behold, the coach of that team could be none other than left-arm spinner Omar Henry. So, I mean, it's all about spinners, it's all up his alley, it's all the experience that he can gain. What is your take on Omar Henry and the sessions you've had with him thus far?
Omar Henry is a very good coach. He has helped me in a lot of ways, Besides bowling, he's been helping me with my batting. And it's been tough, I might say, because he's hard on me and wants me to succeed. And I like that, I want someone to push me and take me to the next level. So,
as much as the journey's been a tough one for Emmanuel, and also a good rise for him as well. I mean, for him to fall with in the platter of having those type of spinners around him, it's blessed to have that experience around him, and it just seems that he can utilize all that and go to the top.
And that's where I want to find out by you. What are your goals? What would you like to achieve through this game of cricket?
Well, my goals is to play at the highest level, so that I can test myself and obviously put my skill in that level and see how far I can get. And I'd obviously like to play for the Proteas one day, and I'm working hard to make sure that I reach that goal.
That's obviously now the longer term goal. Sometimes it can actually turn around very quickly as well. But thank you so much for joining us. It's obviously an incredible story. Just to see that, you know, the character that you've got, in order to, you've gone through all those hardships, and you've come out the other side, and you're making the most of the opportunities given to you. And boy, I can tell you there's a lot of people out there that would have loved to have the opportunities that were given to you. But all the best for the future. You are in good hands with all those guys that you mentioned as well, in terms of providing support to Emmanuel.
No, definitely, and the ball lies in his court now, and how he wants to grip that ball and take the spin going forward. But all of the best, and we trust it's going to be a good season. The season kicks off this weekend, so hopefully, if he's part of the first class side, or if he's either part of UWC first Premier League cricket, good luck, and we trust that the journey will be a good one.
Well, there you have it. This is Emmanuel Sebarami. He's certainly got a remarkable story to tell, and just to think that he has turned his hardships around and taken this opportunity in South Africa to go on to better things. It takes a lot of character from a young man like this, and I'm sure you can remember that name, Emmanuel Sebarami. He'll be back in the future, and as he said, he wants to play for the Proteas, and I have no doubt with the support structures we have here at Western Cape Cricket and Western Province Cricket, he certainly will reach the top. After the break, we'll be back with social media and all your results and fixtures. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Tepo Mareki and you're watching from the Clubhouse.
Welcome back. Like I mentioned earlier, we are just merely hours away from the start of the two-day competition in this year's cricket season, and we're going to take a look at the fixtures that are on the go in various leagues starting this weekend. Gentlemen, we start first of all right at the top. Obviously, you know, that is where everyone wants to be playing, and that is where the guys sort of take the step up to the Cobras, and that's the Premier League. Just looking at the fixtures taking place this weekend, the 10th, and then the second day will be on the 17th. Clinton, your big fixtures for the weekend?
Yeah, now I'm going to opt for the first one, which is Bellville at home to Durbanville. And we touched on it earlier. Bellville, Exeter Place Bellville was Club of the Year. Durbanville winning the Premier League and representing at Club Champs. The other one I'm going to opt for, it's Primrose against UWC. Primrose away to UWC at Bellville. And then United away to Western Province Cricket Club. Could be some interesting battles there, but especially with Primrose and UWC after the weekend of 2020 cricket, the little games we did add, just shows that the amount of players that's moved around and players representing those clubs looks quite interesting. And even at Western Province Cricket Club and United, I mean, a few players there, likes of Fahmi Jardine going to United, and Western Province Cricket Club is usually as stable as can be.
Yeah, definitely. All these clubs, you know, I know you've said that there's a couple of you've put your money on Durbanville, but you know, you just never know. You know, from season to season, guys, like you said, they move around, they buy new players, and you just never know what they're going to give us on the day. Gavin, in your case, you want to look at the First Division as well, and that's First Division A.
First Division A. Before I get there, though, don't forget to catch us at Bellville versus Durbanville this weekend. That's where From the Clubhouse will be. Come and say hi. We'd like to put you on camera as well, so that we can show you on TV and see what your thoughts are on club cricket. In the First Division or the First Division A two-day competition, Avondale versus Ottomans. That's one that you don't want to miss. It's at home to Avondale, so a nice one to get the season underway. The big one, though, is going to be the one between Milnerton and UCT, one that I'm looking forward to as well. And then Tygerberg, Clinton's old club, against Montrose. Now that's going to be an interesting one because you mentioned it earlier, Montrose have got the injection of some fresh players and Proteas to their squad as well. I want to see what the impact of those players will be on the squad, on the rest of the players as well.
I doubt they're going to be turning out for them. I mean,
you would never know.
Away, and Wayne is also somewhere, probably, you know, higher honours. So I don't think they're going to be there. But you never know, as Clinton says, they might just bring them out on the day and say, look what we've got as well. And then moving on to the First Division B, Clinton, what are your picks for that division?
Now I'm going to go with the Groot Trek. I'm going to go with Atlantis out to Helderberg. It could be quite interesting. What a travel for them. And I would prefer a night over probably if I was Atlantis. And then also looking at Bishop Lavers against Pinelands. Bishop Lavers hosting Pinelands in Bishop Lavers at the Sports Complex. And then also a very good another fixture is to be Highlands at home to Yorkshire. As we all know, Yorkshire's been quite busy in the transfer window, so quite a few players making their way to Yorkshire. So I could see how they attempt and their challenge for getting promotion.
Are they getting Brendan Rodgers as a coach or something? Because I believe he's looking for a job at the moment.
No, unfortunately not Brendan Rodgers though.
Moving on to First Division C as well, Gavin. What are your picks for that division?
I'm going for the travelling games. The first one, Bellville South, hosting Somerset West Cricket Club, so that's quite a trek for them. Then also Bluebells taking on Hottentots Holland. That's also another trek to the other side of the world. Still back to this side of the world. And Cravenby at home, they're hosting Wynberg. It's not that far, but it's still a trek nevertheless.
No, it looks very interesting. And then finally, First Division D. What are your picks there, Clinton?
I'm definitely going to opt for the Mandalay game as the new team in the league. We got promotion from the second division. As you're fully aware, they're playing away to Bella, and all the games will be away this season up until they get a turf wicket laid, because they cannot play on a synthetic wicket in this league. So good luck to them. The challenges facing of travelling, but all the best to the team, and I think the club has really come a long way with the guys around there. So good luck to them. And then also I'm going to go with Blue Downs Alces River. Ulster River hosting at Avenue Park. What a great facility once again, hosting Blue Downs. And then going out to Macassar and Mitchell's Plain. Mitchell's Plain coming down, and they've been going down for a few seasons. Hopefully this is the season they hold their own and try and push back for promotion again. So Mitchell's Plain away to Macassar. Not a long drive, it's around the corner. So good luck to all those teams in that league.
Gentlemen, that's where we're going to have to leave it this week. But before we go, Clinton, there's also live scoring where players can actually follow the cricket games live. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, no, last season we had it with Web Cricket in the Premier League and the First Division A. This year we moved on to the Cricket HQ, and we're following all the other affiliates in the country. So it's www.crickhq.com. And it's quite interesting to follow the players there. There are wagon wheels, there are stats, there are updates. So, and also on the website of www.wpca.org.za, you will also find the information direct. If you don't want to again search in Cricket HQ, it will be on our website. So please, all the viewers, all the public out there, follow these games and make your pick online.
That's a great new development. Gav, before we go, obviously, there's tickets on the go. Just give us a roundup again of that trivia, because there's 2 sets of 5 tickets to give away, and I'm sure that a lot of people will want to come see the Cobras in their first home game.
Yeah, the trivia question for this week: who is the new stadium sponsor here at Newlands Cricket? Your answers please on Twitter, it's at Clubhouse_TV, or equally you can just leave it on Facebook, that's From the Clubhouse. And as Brandon has just said now, you stand your chance to win one of 2 sets of 5 tickets to come to the first home game for the Cobras against the Titans on the 16th of October. Please get your answers in by the 10th of October so that you can get in the reckoning for those prizes.
Gents, and that's where we leave it. Looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend for the start of the 2-day season. And that's where we have to leave it. Episode 2 of Season 4 of From the Clubhouse, done and dusted, but we'd like to urge you once again to keep in contact with us on our social media pages. From the Clubhouse, that's our Facebook page, as well as Clubhouse_TV. That's our Twitter handle. For now, it's good night.